Capricorn, hello, and welcome to your fall 2022 shapeshift reading. We're looking at the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shapeshift looks and feels like throughout the fall season. I'm Amanda of Unseen Hands Tarot. I'm your reader, and I do these shapeshift readings for all 12 signs of the zodiac every season for us to explore together in the shifting space. This is an online community of esoteric seekers and sleuths like yourself who are into using tarot, astrology, and other divination tools to investigate their ongoing personal changes, evolution, and growth season after season after season. So if that sounds like you, and if this reading ends up resonating with you today, there is a space for you to go deeper. More on that after your reading. Today, we are using the gorgeous new Goblins and Gardens tarot deck to investigate your shapeshift. If you end up loving this deck as much as I do and you want to get into it, you can go to goblinsandgardens.com and check out everything this deck and the deck creator, Jonathan Sacha, has to offer. Okay, Cap, let's get into it. What's your shapeshift this fall? Let's see. What is the shapeshift for Capricorn fall 2022? Okay, Four of Wands. Six of Wands. No, Nine of Wands. It came out reversed. That's why I said six. Okay. Whew, that's too many. Come on, Cap, we just need one more. There you are. King of Coins. Amazing. Okay, all right. What's going on here? Okay. We're gonna look at this shapeshift in reverse here. Let me just show this to you and then we'll look at it together. I think you're shifting out of the Nine of Wands into the King of Coins, which is you know, like one, it's really like an essence of you, and you're shifting through the Four of Wands. So let's look at this together. The story that I'm seeing so far in the cards is this: the Nine of Wands and the Four of Wands are kind of yelling at you. They're both facing the King of Coins goblin with their mouths wide open, and they seem to have really something to say to you, Cap. It's sort of like these energies are almost like screaming at you, like, hey, come back to yourself, or hey, where are you in all of this? Or like, hey, what is your essence here? Let's get back to doing what you do best, or something like that. The Nine of Wands can talk about an energy of exhaustion, of just like overworking, oversaturation, overdoing it. There's something there where this bird, dragon, goblin, or whatever it is sort of just like screeching. That's the sound that seems to want to come out. It's like, yeah, it's like screeching at you, like, hey, chill. Four of Wands also has a similar tone and has something to say about, you know, this fully armored person, goblin creature outside of what looks to me like a castle or like a kingdom is like the guardian at the gate. You know, it's sort of guarding this space. So Capricorn, if you have been overextending your energy with the Nine of Wands, you may be being called home now, you know, like called to root, to ground, to sort of be realistic about creating sanctuary and safe space for yourself to renew and rejuvenate your energy and feel like you can feel yourself again. Because the King of Coins in the tarot for me is Capricorn energy. This is you. And in this card in particular, we're seeing a full harvest, maybe even an overabundance of harvest. And this compost goblin just like doing that natural work that occurs over time of decomposing. It sort of feels to me like there's been this overabundance this season, maybe coming out of the summer into the fall. The shift here is really one of just like rest and digest. Come home, you know, be at home, and guarding your safe space from maybe a tendency that you have to oversaturate or to go too hard, you know, work hard, play hard. There's something else coming through. Before I even laid these cards, when I was doing your pre-shuffle, I kept seeing cards that were like from this other deck that we'll use to clarify later, this Hieronymous Bosch deck. I was seeing a lot of cups, and I saw the 7 deadly sins are in this deck, and I saw the sin of pride, and it felt like there was this sense of there's a lot of ego at play when we think we can do everything. That's actually coming from a really prideful place. And I am using the we, my friend, because I have a Capricorn rising. So I'm in this with you. But there is this, I'm sorry, but this monk looks like Bobby Hill. And if you get that reference, you know, if you know, you know. Anyway. It takes there's a lot of pride and stubbornness at work when we think we can just do everything and go without needing to stop and decompose for a while. There's a sense here also of like, there's more, you are taking in more than you can process, or more than you can like decompose and compost, you know? There are certain things you just don't put into the compost because it would actually take years for them to break down into something usable. And there's something here, it could be literal for you, Cap, where it's like, there is something very obvious here, screaming at you, telling you you cannot possibly take anything else into your space, into your schedule, into your body, into your energy, whatever that is. And it's like, you need to carve out and guard your safe space, which would require you to sort of first admit, there's the sin of pride, right? Admit that you can't do all of this. You can't just keep going and saying yes without needing to take a break or needing to delegate some of that effort. it's like a little foolish to think you don't need space. There's something about that with the Four of Wands that something needs space. And you are the only one who can guard your own gate. This feels like the Leo reading also. You are the only one that can really protect that space, because there's a whole lot of things outside of you that are just going to keep coming. Because Capricorn, you are one of the more capable people in the world, one of the more capable energies and archetypes that we have, you know, like you are the kind of being that could absolutely handle a lot more than a lot of other people can. But just because you can doesn't mean you should. And that's where the pride thing is coming in. So it's like the humility to admit that you need a break, or the humility to admit that you actually need to raise your boundaries and enforce them a little bit better, because you know, in the name of self-preservation, whether that is your body, whether that is your time, or your literal physical space, something is actually too much for you to handle. And I think so far it feels like admitting it is the first step, and then enforcing boundaries in order to preserve some of your space within it is the second step. But we're gonna have to get some more cards and get into it. So we will ask the Hieronymous Bosch deck. We will ask the gorgeous Botanica Tarot, and I've got some other decks here too. So let's get into this now and get a little bit of clarity. If this reading is resonating with you so far and it feels like the shift that you are already wanting to make this fall, and you want to make that with us together in a supported community space where you can view this whole reading plus all of the other readings for all of the other signs, and really track your shift as it unfolds over the season. The shifting space, that's where you do it, okay? You can click the link in the description box below. That will take you to the space where you can learn all about what is offered there and suss whether it's the right, most supportive thing for you this fall and in the seasons to come. So Cap, I hope to see you over there on the other side for the rest of this reading, and let's get into it.